All right, guys, today we got a fighter who embodies exactly what this show is about. Mike Beast Boy Davis. He's walked through adversity, injuries, setbacks, and this dude comes back sharper every time. Go watch his fights. You're going to see his athleticism, his explosiveness, his skills. But what really interests me is the mind behind it, the discipline, the resilience, the refusal to quit. So today, we're getting into the story behind the fighter, Mike Davis. Welcome to the Heart of the Bad Wolf. And guys, if you haven't, please go hit the follow, like, subscribe button. It matters. It helps me get these fighter stories out. Thank you. First, your capoeira kick. Is that how you say it? Capoeira? Capoeira.
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 You can say it either way. Capoeira.
Okay.
Capoeira.
Where
Yeah.
did you? Is that the first martial arts you studied, or what?
No. I don't think I've studied any martial arts. I've done boxing, of course. Like I've taken
Right.
boxing. Other than that, in wrestling and of course BJJ, these are like the homes of fighting. Muay Thai, Taekwondo, karate, wushu, Wing Chun, capoeira. Capoeira I've taken. But all these other stuff is just me watching kung fu movies and replicating.
What?
Yeah, I've never taken a Muay Thai class. I've never done any kind of kicks ever.
How'd you learn how to kick?
That's it. Watching shows, watching TV, movies.
So you just stepped into a gym one day. What was the first, like, you stepped into a MMA gym? What? And just threw a kick like, I think I saw him do it in a movie.
Yeah. We don't really, you're not really taught how to properly throw a kick unless you do Taekwondo. And Taekwondo isn't a kick that I would use. It'd be more Muay Thai. So you're not really taught how to throw a proper kick unless you take a class. And I've literally never taken a Muay Thai class.
So what's your background? Boxing.
Yeah, I'm a boxer.
But there's no kicks. Obviously, there's no kicks in boxing.
Yeah,
Where
no,
did you?
I
You
taught
just
myself.
So you took a boxing class. You got good at boxing. How long? How many years?
Boxing?
Yeah.
I've been boxing for my whole life. 14 and till now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
so
take boxing classes anymore, but from
sure.
14 to at least 21-ish, I was boxing.
All right. So what was the first gym you stepped into and threw a kick?
American martial arts.
All right. So you step into this place and you, just by watching throwing kicks, like you just went in and threw a kick and like felt just confident.
Oh no, they never felt good. My kicks never felt good. Not until even like the pro level, I haven't had good kicks. I remember recently a video came up of me throwing kicks at Saratoga Alliance. It was another gym I trained at in New York, and my kicks looked pathetic, terrible. But it made it through. And now I have better technique than most people. It's just from learning. I just watch and I see like, oh, this guy, he turns his foot 45 degrees and not 90 degrees when he kicks. That, prevents him from hitting his toes against the shin bone. So let me throw my kicks at like a 45 degree, so it's my heel slapping against the leg. And I've made small adjustments, and now my kicks are deadly.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for years.
So yeah, so I get that. So capoeira, that's the only way I've heard it said. But
Yeah, no, say it.
That's
the same.
Okay. Did you step into one of those gyms?
Yes, but only for like 1 month.
And then where did you learn? All right, so people listening, like, and who haven't seen your Instagram, and your fight, like throwing the capoeira kick, where you act like you're about to kick the leg.
It's called like a martello do chão.
Oh, so that's an actual move.
Yeah. I mean, I know capoeira. and I learned it from. I know the names from going to the gym. I know how to do the kicks from Eddie Gordo from Tekken.
Like the game Tekken.
Yeah, the game Tekken. Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious. That's really cool. Okay. All right. So that's how you learned it. And then you threw it.
Mhm. And then I threw it more and more and more, and I throw it to the point where I am able to actually utilize it in real life scenario, real life competition. I threw it in a UFC fight. But now in sparring, I'm flowing into more types of kicks and where I'm practicing and I'm doing it over and over again to the point where I'm going to be able to throw them in that cage. So there are moments in fights where you can clearly throw, and this takes years of like visual practice and whatnot, but there are understandings of like this void in fighting where nobody's doing anything. And it's an awesome opportunity for you to throw and wing your special. And maybe you'll
Wow.
miss, but maybe you won't.
Yeah.
And also, the best time to throw would be the end of a round within like the last 20 seconds. You're not going
Sure.
to mess up bad enough to lose.
Right.
You could for sure. Like Justin Gaethje got knocked out in the last 10 seconds. You can absolutely fuck up in the last 10 seconds, but it's very low probability.
So you talked about confidence. Like you get the confidence. I watched your sparring videos with other people, and dude, you exude confidence. You have this like you almost bully people. That's
I'm never trying to bully people. I know it seems like that. I'm really never trying to bully people, but I do have because it's because I've been fighting for so long. I have this mentality that if you're not hitting me, I'm going to be hitting you. So for every second that you hesitate, I'm pressuring forward. So it's going to look like I'm just walking you down, bullying you, but I'm just capitalizing on that void. Like I said, there's a void where nobody's doing anything. And anytime I feel that, I throw something. And if you don't react, I'll just keep throwing and throwing and throwing until you do.
yeah. Do you ever feel bad in sparring? Like if
No,
you're just you're really dominating somebody.
no, I never. I feel like you can ask everyone I spar with. Um, I'm never trying to hurt you, and I'm
Hmm.
always encouraging you to do the right thing in sparring. And even though I am pushing my pace, because I'm a high level, high working athlete. I need to work. So even though I'm pushing the pace and working you a lot, in between, like if I take you down and you're just sitting there, I encourage you to stand up. I take a lot of pressure off. I even let go of like if I'm holding your wrist, I'll let go of your wrist and be like, you need to move, you need to move. You're gonna lose this fight. Keep moving, get up, get up. And I keep encouraging the whole time, trying to encourage them, your left hand's low. Here's this hook. Just hit it again. Just hit it again. Keep your hand up. And I keep doing that the whole round.
That's really cool. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of different people. There's like the person who just bullies. There's the person who, backs off when they feel bad, and then you got you, who it's you're almost encouraging people, but you're also encouraging yourself, right?
I have to, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go with everybody, and I can see the avoidance when I'm at the gym. And I'm
What do you
probably
mean?
because people avoid. I get avoided a lot, and I can tell it's definitely probably from my ability to push that pace, and nobody wants to deal with it. I go with the people that I need to go with, the better bunch. I like going with the amateurs because I get to show them what they're doing wrong. And then for some reason, they also have way more output in cardio than a lot of the higher levels.
Mm,
Those are still young in the career. They're not all beat up and they're just having fun and trying. They're
yeah.
actually trying. So,
Yeah. Do you ever make somebody go with you that avoids you?
of course,
Yeah.
I like
Good.
I like this rule at Fusion because Julian, head coach, um, his rule is if a UFC fighter or a black belt asks to go with you, you can't avoid him. You have to go with that person. I can choose whoever I
Mm,
want whenever I want. Especially being both now, since I just got my black belt, I just
I
go with
know.
whoever I want to go with.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that. How does it feel? Does it feel
It feels
different?
good. It doesn't feel. It feels complete. I feel satisfied, but I know
Yeah.
that I still have a lot more to do because now I have a responsibility as a black belt to, encourage the other people to continue encouraging them because I have been. But I don't know. I feel like I have more to do now.
You have a responsibility. What are your
Yeah.
main responsibilities now that you're a black belt?
Um, Encourage, teach, coach the stuff that I have been doing, just better now. Maybe more instructions, more detail. Um, Maybe help with the classes instead of sidelining, that kind of stuff.
How long did that take from white
Mm.
belt to black belt?
Well, I've been training and fighting for, I want to say 14 years. This is my 14th year.
What was the gap between your last belt and black belt? What is it? Purple? I forget. I forget what's right before.
It's brown.
Brown. Yeah. I was going to
I
say
have
that, but
white. My white belt no, was not. I got my white belt in 2010-ish. I started training in high school. 2010, I graduated. I started training MMA. I got my white belt. I stopped training MMA for 3 years, got a degree in college, and then went back. So my white belt, I was a white belt for a while. I was a white belt for like 5 years. And then blue belt was normalish. I was probably a blue belt for like 2, purple belt like 5.
wow.
And then in the 3 years, I got my brown and black.
Wow. So you were a purple belt for 5 years and
They're
then,
like 3 or 4 years.
okay. And then in
Like
the
4 years.
last 3 years, you went from brown to black.
Yeah. Well, I went from purple to brown to black.
Yeah. So in
And
between
this
there,
last year was unnecessary. So it was I just didn't get my black belt because I hadn't been training in the gi. So if you're not training gi, you're not really open to get a black belt. So
mm,
for the last year, I had to start showing up to gi class so I can get my black belt. But I was a black belt way before then.
so you were training no gi for a while.
No gi forever. Well, I wrestled. I wrestled in high school.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a big difference.
I wrestled high school, college, and then out of college. I wrestled in with JD Robbins, who's teaches Olympic people, and
Oh, wow.
Steve Mako, who also coaches Olympic. And he's the American.
You did wrestling in high school. Was it not until you got out of high school that you started jujitsu, or you were doing that as well?
Um, I would say my final year in high school was when I started jujitsu.
Did that make a difference in your wrestling?
Yes.
Yeah, I always wondered if somebody was training wrestling and jujitsu at the same time, like
It's a little
how that would.
complicated because
It seems
in
very
wrestling,
complicated.
you go
You
to your
can't go on
stomach.
your back. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't go on your back, but in jiu-jitsu, you're encouraged to go to your back over your stomach. So it was interesting to get the hang of it for sure, but like now it's easy, super easy. I can definitely
Mm.
split every martial art.
So you can go back to wrestling and
Think
do wrestling.
purely wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think that's so tough. I wrestled for 12 years in high school and I'm just like drills into you, don't go on your back, don't go on your back.
Yeah.
So even when I started jujitsu, it's still to this day like hard not to go on your back. What do you feel like you're better on top or on your back or what or both?
For jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm super creative and I'll create scrambles if I'm in a bad spot. Heel hooks from anywhere. Um Super flexible for a guy, so triangles from closed guard. I could just then throw them up. I could do it a lot. I don't know. I feel pretty confident in my jiu-jitsu everywhere.
Hmm. So you went into jujitsu in high school your senior year. What made you go there?
Um, my mom. I was a
She made
boxing.
you?
I was just boxing. She didn't make me. She just told me that her coworker, Dave, he does something called MMA and that she thought I would like it because it's boxing and wrestling at the same time. And that's the two things I was doing
Mm.
simultaneously. So I went and tried it and I loved it. And then I just stuck with it forever. Yeah.
What what got you into boxing?
Bullies. Nobody really picks on the kid that can box. So I started boxing at Custom Autos when I was 14.
Is that something you asked your parents about or
No, no. I would just I had a bike and I would ride my bike everywhere. I've been riding my bike since I was like 2 years old,
Mm.
everywhere. So I would ride my bike to Catskill, which was I want to say it was 7.5 miles away,
Wow.
8 miles away. And I'd ride my bike over there and I would just ride through Catskill and then ride back home. But Victor is a friend at this school. He's a boxer. He was so good at boxing. He told me he went to Custom Autos, so I stopped in there and learned all about it. I didn't even really know what Custom Autos was, but it's Mike Tyson's gym, Mike Tyson's coaches.
Mm.
Like everybody was there. Kevin Rooney, Leonard Pierre, Ernest Westbrook, all these people that have taught since Mike Tyson's been in there. So they took me in. I explained to them why I want to box, and they made me jump rope and move my head and hit the bag. They were like, he has potential. They said I could train for free,
Wow.
as long as I don't fight, like beat up the bullies. I explained to them that I was getting bullied. I just want to know how to defend myself. So they said to not get into fights, and they'll teach me for free. So I did. I showed up like 3 times a week, rode my bike over there.
7 miles.
Yeah, I was 14.
That's wow. So what did you tell them when you went and explained why you wanted to box there?
I was getting bullied. I'm sick of being bullied. I was small when I was 14. I was really small. I was probably like 5'1", maybe. I was pretty small.
Wow.
I hit a big growth spurt from
Really big.
11 feet to there. Yeah. Yeah,
You're
I'm 6
six
foot now.
foot tall. Wow. Wow. So your
Um,
body was just chilling in high
yeah,
school.
I don't know. I don't know why I wasn't growing, but I started working out because I joined the boxing gym and they were making me do push-ups and jump rope and hit the bag. So then at home I wanted to get more, so I'd start doing insanity and P90X and stuff in my room.
At
And
14.
yeah, 15, 14, I was like 15, I guess.
Wow.
And then my body, I guess, was just keeping up and I started growing and getting big and like muscular and tone.
So
Um,
what were people doing? Like what was the bullying?
I was put into lockers. People would take my food. People would bully me out of classrooms. I had a neck injury when I was little, and I would crack my neck, but not like we do today, where you just like pop, pop,
Hmm.
or even like the quick pops. I would like roll my head because that's the only way I knew how to crack my neck. So I'd get called like a chicken because I'd walk around cracking my neck like this, and uh, I had super bad anxiety, so I would chew on all my shirts. I would just chew my collar here until it was like all stretched out and chew marks, and I was too broke to get new clothes. So every year I'd wear those same shirts to school, and I picked on a lot for that. I got put into the basketball hoop, and I didn't know how to get down. Like that was a lot of stuff. Yeah,
That's stuff that you see in movies and
I
you
know.
think like this wouldn't happen in real life or somebody can't fit into a locker. Did your parents know about this or
My
did you kind of
mom
keep
is
it to yourself?
the only one I have. My dad was
Gotcha.
taken young, but uh, yeah, I guess so. They kind of knew about it. or my mom kind of knew about it.
And who was it? Was it like a bunch of people? The
Just
three
the
main.
select like three biggest people in school. Those juniors and seniors that got held back a bunch, and they're way bigger than they should be.
Yeah. Yeah. Always is. And did you have any friends like outside of that kind of like
Of course.
you were able to empathize with?
Yeah. I started getting friends. I met my group of friends maybe in ninth grade. I mean, I've had friends all the way up, and I've known them since we're in like preschool, but we never really hung out and acted like friends until seventh, eighth grade.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I feel like that's when you start getting to the age where you like want to go and hang out with each other and do stuff and become friends. So that's when all my friends came.
Yeah. What was this like constant? Was this every day? Like an everyday thing that happened?
Most days, not every day.
And do you think the anxiety was from just going to school and having to confront them, or is that something that happened
I
before
have
that?
no idea. I truly have no idea.
Is it still like, do you still have that anxiety, or do you still
No,
have?
I have zero emotion. It's kind of weird. I
Wow.
have grown. I feel like martial arts has definitely changed my perceptive on life, and
Yeah.
a lot of things that happen around me. I have little to no care about. I don't crack my neck the same way anymore. I don't chew on my collar. I haven't chewed on my collar since high school. I have no fear of literally like anything. I'm super patient. Like I could sit here for 45 minutes waiting for you to fix your microphone and I'd be fine just chilling. Super. I have no issues with anything. I've become such a clear-minded person.
Wow. And do you think that's all from martial arts?
For sure. Absolutely.
Man, I mean that's
I
why I'm telling everybody step into a gym.
I think everybody should definitely do at least jujitsu. Not only
Yeah.
will you know how to defend yourself, if you are getting bullied, yeah, it's even more reason to do so, but you learn so much from jujitsu.
Yeah. What I found about jujitsu and Muay Thai is people are a lot nicer than wrestling. Wrestling just seemed, I don't know, it just
Wrestling's
seemed different.
egotistic.
Yeah,
Wrestling
very.
is literally about who is stronger than who and who can hold the other person down. But jujitsu, I can go and grapple a 120-pound guy and he'd sub me.
Yep.
And there's nothing I can do about it. He's just that much better than me.
Yep.
But wrestling, I'm 180 pounds. I'm just gonna hold you there. You're 120, pick you up like a child.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it makes me wonder, like, wrestling is obviously a high school sport. And it's then you go on to college. But I'm just saying it starts in high school, and I always say high school should have Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu. They really should. I think they should.
For sure.
But do you think that ego would then get transferred over because it's that time of your life where you have bullies, you have people who are being bullied, and emotions are going all over the place, and so are
I
egos.
don't I don't know. I have some people who got their kids into jujitsu really young, and then they joined the wrestling team, and now they're like captain of the wrestling team, and
Hmm.
they're doing incredible stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a very humbling sport. So when after the bullies, I well, first off, I wonder what's it like talking about all that stuff now? Like even biting your shirt and
no,
cracking your neck.
nothing.
There's no like old feelings that come
No,
up. That's
I do not
great.
care. No, nothing.
Yeah, that's really good. And that's all from
Eh,
MMA.
it has to be because I haven't done anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. So now you're 6 foot tall. You fight at 155, and that's not your walking around weight. That can't be,
No, I'm like
obviously.
180. I'm like
180.
183.
How do you get down to 155? That seems wild.
Um, Diet. A lot of it is transfer in diet. Right now, I just eat whatever I feel like eating. Zero care about how much food I eat in a day. Yesterday, I had 3 entire bags of chips.
What kind
Like
of chips?
ghost pepper chips. They're
Damn.
from Trader Joe's. I had an entire tub of hummus, one of the big tubs from Publix from hummus, and then another tub of guacamole, pretty much. And candy. I eat candy. I drink
What?
2 energy drinks a day, 2 ghosts every day.
Wow. What's
I'm
the
just
sugar count on that on the Ghost?
0.
Okay.
Apparently, they're sugar free.
Okay.
I don't believe anything to be sugar free that tastes good, but
I know.
it's
What kind of candy are you eating?
lollipops, hot tamales, Reese's,
Oh my God. So we're talking like
the
crazy amounts
candy.
of sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like chocolate, so I like Reese's, but that's it. So all
Okay.
all the stuff I eat, Skittles and like sweet candy.
That's wild. And I mean, you train a lot, right? I'm sure you train. How often do you train a day? Like how many
Uh,
hours?
3?
3 hours a day?
Yeah, I don't train a lot
Is
right
that
now. Not when
is that
not when I'm not in camp.
is that back to back or do you split it up?
It's one session.
1 3 hour session. And what is
Yeah,
it broken into? Like, is it all MMA? Is it, jiu-jitsu then?
it's it depends on the day. Like Monday, or what's today? Thursday. Thursday is wrestling from 11 to like 1:30. And then I stay
Okay.
after, work on a few things that I felt like I could have done better, make videos, and then move on.
Training
If I have a
videos.
fight, yeah, like the coach videos that I put up. But if I
Yep.
have a fight, I have to come in an hour early so I can do rounds, and then I have to go back at night. And this is like every day. So when I'm in camp, I train like 7 hours a day.
Wow.
Like yeah, 7 hours a day
Are you still eating candy when you're training for a camp?
for sure, for sure.
Still eating candy.
I drink alcohol. I eat candy.
Wow.
I am not a
Next
healthy
year,
person.
next you're gonna say you're smoking like Prates.
No, I don't smoke.
Well, he's smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I have no idea how you would do that and then train. I don't know how people still smoke cigarettes. I don't know,
I
but
have
I'm
no
old.
idea. I know that the new generation they don't party as much. They don't party as much. They don't drink or smoke as much. It's a very internet driven
Mm,
fucking, they're all on the internet. That's it.
that's not. I think that's more unhealthy than drinking and partying.
Just slave to the screen. I'm definitely there now. I used to be one of those outside ride my bike for 13 hours a day kids, but I did my time. Now it's time to calm down, and I just sit in front of the screen for 15 hours a day.
Doing what? What do you do?
I game, I stream, and I do brand videos. I do
Okay.
a lot of my stuff here. I script out what I need to say. I get my deals from here. Um, yeah, I mean, like, this PC is where I make my money. It's where I kind of wind down from punching and getting punched. And I get to chat with my fans still because I go live on like TikTok and Twitch and Kick, and fans and friends, family all jump in, and we can either play games together, we chat from people all around the world. I mean, I chat with people in like Saudi Arabia all the time.
Wow. What games are you playing?
Right now, I just got back into Dune Awakening.
Okay.
When I
Is that
play
a
competitive
PC?
games,
Is that only PC?
no, no, no. It's definitely for other systems. I only play PC. I got rid of everything else.
Hmm.
PC is my go-to. It's just the best. You can't beat it. It's the master race. And I got my PC from Alexander Customs. They built this PC for me. They're big MMA fans. He's one of the guys that got his kids into wrestling at a very young age. So, yeah, they're amazing.
Wow, that's really cool. So going back, when you stepped into the boxing gym, how did you use that against the bullies? Like, did the bullies still? I mean, they're obviously not going to be like, oh, you're training now, and we're just going to leave you alone. That's not how it works.
They did that in like a joking way because I've still never fought, but now because they see I'm on the wrestling team, so I'm constantly like wrestling singlet with the wrestling team, so I'm with a bunch of people, and then they're also see like the stuff that I was doing boxing wise. We did little pad work things in the courtyard for lunch recess, where we would just practice like hitting punches. And the bullies now were more like, oh, don't mess with Mike, he's a boxer, in like a joking fashion. But they would leave me alone.
Wow. So who would you hit pads with? Your buddy that you said he went to the gym too? Okay.
Yes. So the group of friends that I made and grew to like family, they also started coming to the boxing gym as well. So I had Jordan, Adolfo, Mark, Mike, Nick. Those are like my main table, my lunch table. There you go.
Yeah.
And they all went to the boxing gym too.
That's really cool.
We were we started doing MMA sparring fights in the backyard of my house. When we would take this blow up pool, we took the pool down and moved it. And because all the grass underneath died, it was just a big circle in the middle of the grass, and we would fight in it.
That's funny. That's cool. So did you guys use headgear, or was it just like straight up boxing gloves?
No, just
going at it.
Boxing gloves and punch.
Anybody get knocked out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, a bunch.
What happened when you guys saw that? Were you like the first time somebody got knocked out?
I feel like I went and got my mom for the first one. I remember. But
yeah, because that seems scary for a kid.
We just understood that getting knocked out was, and you'll wake up. So kind of just got over it.
And then you just kept knocking each other out every once in a while.
Yeah.
So you guys were like really going at it.
We would never knock each other out, but you would definitely see someone like wobble, and then everybody would stop and make sure like he can move still, he's not dying, and then we're good.
So you guys were swinging.
Yeah, we're swinging. Not super hard, but definitely hard enough to knock you out for sure. We didn't really understand fighting. We were just young kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's one thing. Like, look, man, I don't think I'll ever step into a ring where you're trying to take somebody's head off. Like, you're trying to win. You're trying to either get their number or get to the title, whatever. So what's it like getting hit in the face? Because you see some people who just get their nose broken and then they keep fighting for 3 more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And keep getting hit right in the same broken nose. Like, how do you get through that? It just seems like it'd be like, dude, if you hit my nose one more time.
Pure adrenaline. Once you hit, yeah. In fights, there are so many moments that you would think hurt really bad. Like shin to shin clashing, smash, shin to shin. I don't feel that at all. I don't feel any of that.
During the fight.
Yeah, during the fight, I don't feel any of it. After the fight, it's like, oh, my legs are sore. And if I hurt something, then I'm limping, and I'm like, oh man. And then the pain starts to build. You just kind of brush it off in the fight.
Wow. Have you ever been hit in a fight hard enough that it registered?
No.
Really?
Like for pain, no. So I was gonna say in fights, it's not like sparring. In sparring, we're kind of punching at a volume and uh percentage that would hurt, right? Because you're not afraid of what I'm doing to you. So your body isn't in fight or flight mode. It's kind of like sparring,
Mm-hmm.
having fun, working
Mm-hmm.
on some stuff. So when you get hit, your body feels all of it. So
Oh,
even
that
like the
makes
little
sense.
hits in your jaw, I feel like I'm getting punched in my face. Like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, stop. In a fight, if I don't stop you from hitting me, I feel like I'm going to die. Like you're hitting me as hard as you can. And in my brain, in my body's reacting, it's amped, ramped up as high as possible. There's it's either I make it out of this cage or I die. So my adrenaline is at the absolute peak. So when I get punched, it doesn't even register to me. Like
Mm.
I don't feel it. I don't care. My body just takes it, reacts.
And what about like have you ever gotten a bad liver shot
No, I've never been
mm.
dropped to the body. I have not in fights.
in
I
sparring?
have in like sparring, yeah, when my body's kind of calm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense that, once you're in a fight and your adrenaline's going. I mean, plus like if you get hit really hard, that it feels numb for a second as well.
In sparring?
Well, I think in anything, like, I even had to get like 7 stitches on my
Oh,
foot, and when I
right.
got hit, I was like, I don't know, that felt bad, but I couldn't. And then it was just like, my meat was, you could see my meat, and I was just like in my foot, and I'm like, oh God, this is not good. And it just white for a minute until it just started gushing blood. So, but I couldn't feel it for that first minute.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
adrenaline.
yeah, okay. So now that well, not now, but because you're a boxer, you think you're gonna like double dip into Zuffa?
I want to. Apparently, they pay 15 million a fight. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up today. I'll fight
Whoa.
this weekend.
Whoa. Hey. Yeah. That'd be cool. Is that something that you're trying to pursue?
I've never really thought about it, but I definitely would box.
Putting it out there.
Yeah, I'm an MMA fighter. I definitely know that when I incorporate my jiu-jitsu, my kicks and whatnot, there's not many people that I would lose to. Boxing's different. I don't train to be a full-time boxer. I have a lot of flaws when it comes to pure boxing, but I know that I can box. I'm professional in a boxing, amateur. I've never lost as a boxer.
Well, it seems that seems like another crossover that'd be tough to do, like either jujitsu to wrestling or vice versa. But then also from like Thai boxing to boxing.
The first time I did an amateur boxing fight, I was already an MMA fighter and I almost threw a knee. I did throw my knee, but I pulled it before it hit him.
Mm,
And then the ref was like, "Ah, no knees, no knees." And I understood. And then from there on, I've never made that mistake again.
really? Yeah. It
Mhm.
seems like it'd be tough because we just talked about adrenaline going, and you're just you're trying to win the fight. So it
Right.
seems like something that would just come out of nowhere. Like you see
Yeah,
some people like knee when somebody's down, and like you could.
no, they're just dumb. I can clearly, I don't know if it's just me, but I can clearly see everything that's happening. I can see when you're down. I can see when you're up. Like I see it all. So the people that are making mistakes are those people that I see red type people.
Mm, what do you
Like
see when you fight?
I'm completely focused on whatever's in front of me.
So you remember it all, like you remember every moment.
Pretty much.
Do you think that's something that just comes with uh like boxing when you were little and just being in the ring so much?
Maybe. I couldn't tell you on that one.
Yeah.
Some people
I
are
mean,
just
because
different. They're wired.
yeah,
I'm wired different.
you are wired different. Like you could see that. You see when you fight, like you just got this calm, cool, like fun. It's a really fun to watch you fight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So you never fought the bullies. Have you
No,
ever seen them afterwards?
no. They have messaged me though. I think all of them have messaged me apologizing for how they
Really?
treated me. Yeah, when I was in high school, congratulating me for what I've become and what I've done with my life. Yeah, they've
How'd that
all come
feel?
out and feels good, but I didn't really care.
Okay. Well, other than the bullies, what were some other things, adversities that you had to overcome, like as a child, and then I'll ask you as a fighter.
Um, Being raised by my mom, just my mom, was always hard. We didn't have a lot of money, like not like everybody else. It was always hard growing up. Uh, that's pretty much it. Life's hard without money.
Hmm.
Learn that. Learn that as a child.
Well, it's hard without money, and I can imagine that it's really hard without two parents.
Yeah. I don't really have people to teach me the man ways, like how to be
Mm.
a man. So it was my uncle. My uncle taught me a lot.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your dad?
He was standing up to someone who was being bullied at a bar, which is uh what's the coincidence? I think that's why I don't fuck with bullies. But they stabbed him to death. Uh some people at a bar.
Wow. How old was he?
Under 25 for sure.
Wow. What was your dad's name, if you don't mind me asking?
My name, Michael Davis. We have the same
Wow.
name. Yeah. I
What
didn't
about,
take my family name. I took his name.
do you guys have the same middle name?
Yep.
If you have a
The
middle name?
same entire name. Yeah. I'm a junior. He's a senior.
That's great. Were your parents still together when that happened?
Yeah.
And how old were you?
Three?
Hmm.
Three, maybe? Maybe a little younger. I'm completely coherent from 2 years old. It's very strange. I developed very early. I graduated high school very early. I was 16. Um, yeah, like I said, I was riding a bike, no training wheels, like 2 years old, doing wheelies, riding around the park, 2 years old. I grew up in a trailer park, so I was riding my bike around the trailer park at 2 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very developed kid, just not in size. I was small.
I was gonna say it's kind of crazy that you like developed
Like mentally, I
coordination.
guess mentally,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, mentally and coordination. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So do you remember the presence of having a father and then the absence?
No.
Gotcha. Do you feel like you have a strong understanding of who your dad was
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of stories, a lot of stuff about him. I feel like we're very similar. I've told my mom I want to do some things, and she's like, "Wow, your dad wanted to do the exact same thing, and he got that done, and he did this, and your dad lifted as well. He could box. He was a fighter. All that stuff." I
Mm,
didn't even know. I just started doing life and ended up being just like him.
wow. Wow. So it wasn't like I'm going to follow in my dad's footsteps. It was
No,
just like,
yeah.
it's who I am.
Yeah. I don't think my mom told me anything about him until I was old enough to understand. And she brought me to his grave when I had my little brother, so I was at least 8, 10, 10 maybe, when I could, like, I have full coherent understanding of everything. He took me to his grave and explained to me that I don't have a dad, and that's why I'd never
Mm.
seen him.
What were the feelings around that as an 8-year-old?
I was sad. I remember crying in the car.
Was there anything that you realized at that moment or
I remember my little brother, Chance. I remember turning to him and asking him why he gets to have a dad, and I don't. I remember that. Sad. I was
uh,
really sad. I still get sad, but
Yeah.
Hold it back. I can hold it back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's man, I couldn't imagine. Like that's really tough. Um, so your brother Chance came after your dad passed away.
Yeah.
Did your mom remarry?
Not then. She remarried when I want to say like 14-ish.
Mm,
But Chance is with his dad, and then they split, and then she met another guy, and now they're together. They had two kids, so four in total from my mom. And the last two kids with that dad are 20. I feel like they're 20, 19.
mm,
They're getting up there.
yeah. So how old was Chance when that happened?
He's 4 years younger than me. So he's 8 or 6.
How old was he when you visited your dad's grave for the first time?
Around like 6.
Was there any discussion after that or
No, no, not that I recall.
yeah. And then is that something that you did regularly? Like did you then gain a more an interest in knowing who your dad was or
No,
did that happen later?
no, I never really had an interest in understanding who he was.
Mm,
There's questions like life, why,
yeah.
when, how. And once you get those answers, there's nothing else to really go after. What he did as a person is not like a necessity for me to know.
Even now?
Yeah, even now. There are little things that pop up here and there people compare me to that knew him, his side of the family. I don't really talk to them at all. But they'll see, they always comment when I fight, like, your dad would be so proud. This is this, but I don't really talk to that side.
Can I ask why?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I just feel like I'm constantly moving, and that side of the family has stood in one spot this entire time. So I feel like I just left.
What do you mean by one spot? They stood in one spot.
They're
Like
yeah, in life, they're just in literally and metaphorically speaking, they're in the same spot. They're just always been in the same spot.
and for you you're more of a mover.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep moving.
What does that mean?
Life, you know. Uh the same. Metaphoric and physically, I'm moving. I move every year. It allows me to reset. I don't want to buy a house. I want to keep moving. I like moving. Um, it allows me to see what I have when I move, because I have to go through everything. So I understand how my life is going. I get to see the things that I possess material wise and letting go of memories when I go through a lot of my pictures and photos and whatnot, and I reset.
Mm,
So it allows me to, have a really good appreciation of my life and what's going on around me. So I like to move. I have moved 10 times since I've been in Florida, and I've been here for 13, 10, it's 2026, 13 years. I've been here for 13 years. I've moved
wow.
10 times.
So is that something that just actually happened or is that a conscious decision that you made like it's time to move?
The first few times were just because of, you know, life. You move in with a friend, they get a job and they move somewhere else. Now you got to get a new place. That happened the first few times. Then I just started wanting to move.
Hmm.
I want to reset. Sometimes I get too comfortable, and then I get like right now, I already feel too comfortable here. So before I got on here, you said for me to come on early, but I started cleaning and rearranging stuff, and I was going to rearrange my desk, but then I remembered So I had to set up my camera and told you I probably wouldn't even make it to this on time. I was a little late.
Nah, you were good.
But I don't know. I feel like comfort is a killer.
Hmm.
So that's also a reason I like to move. I like to force myself into positions that are uncomfortable that I have to earn a new level of comfort.
That's actually really cool. Like
And it's why.
I I love that you just said that. I've never even thought of it. I've never even considered what you're
That's why
saying.
I can't buy a house. I can't because then I own that house forever. I mean, unless I sell it, but I own that house and now I have to be there. So I'm gonna end up making it into a place that is like my hobbit hole, like my comfort, my man cave. And I'm never
Do
gonna
you feel
leave. I'm never gonna do anything.
do you feel stuck? Is that what you would like what word would you
Yeah,
use?
stuck. If I bought a house, I would feel stuck.
The first thing that pops into my head is do you want kids?
No,
You don't want kids.
I do not want kids.
Wow, okay.
I
Cuz
don't
I
want kids because of what happened to me, and I fear that it would happen to my it could happen, to a kid that I have.
wow, so that's something that you've considered.
Yeah, I don't want that. And then, I've considered that, and then also now, the world is crazy, and uh, finance money is hard to get. People are killing each other left and right. Easier to get guns. I just rather not have a kid.
Mm,
I see how much responsibility it would be to have a kid, and growing up poor myself, I wouldn't want to bring a kid into the world unless I was like completely 100% bulletproof in life.
that's one thing that I tell friends that say they want a kid is you'll never be rich enough, you'll never be successful enough, you'll never be stable
Yeah.
enough to have a kid. It's just you know, it's something that's hard to attain because you have this bar, and once you get there, you're like still not there, you know? So what would happen if a kid did happen out of nowhere?
Um, I don't know. It would put me in a spot that would make me uncomfortable for sure. It would force growth. I know a kid would force growth upon me, but I don't know. I can't do the responsibility. I just don't want it.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of responsibility now, so I understand that. Uh, one thing that I wanted to read because it was so cool is the text that your mom sent you,
Oh yeah,
just so listeners can hear. So
for
your
sure.
mom texted you, "Hey, I just want you to know how proud I am of you. There are only 10,000 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts in the US and 40,000 in the world, and you're one of them. And there are only 568 UFC fighters on the roster in the world, and you are one of them. That's amazing. You're a phenomenal human, and I need you to always remember that. I love you." That is an awesome text from your mom.
Yeah, that's good.
What does she mean to you?
She's everything. I love my mom. It makes me sad. Um, I always wanted to. Well, I'm gonna stop her. I always wanted to be somebody and do good
Mm,
in a way. It's quicker than I am now, and it sucks because I do have a lot of health issues. But like, say I was able to become this great fighter and Conor McGregor style, where I just ran up the UFC, made a bunch of millions in like 5 years. Like that would be ideal for me. And then I could help my mom and give her the rest of her days to not do anything because she gave, a lot to me.
yeah.
So it's still a goal of mine. And I mean, she's still young. She's not even 50 yet. Yeah, she's young.
Wow.
Um,
Where does she
yeah,
live?
there's time. Right. Like an hour and a half away.
How often do you talk to her?
At least once a week. I definitely don't talk to my mom like a lot, but I don't talk to any of my family except for my mom.
Mm. How often do you see her?
Twice a year.
Okay. And what did she do when you were a kid for a
What
living?
do you mean? Oh, I have no idea.
Hmm.
She worked like 3 jobs. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was
I
raising,
remember, I remember she was doing a newspaper route. I do remember that because I went with her. She had to take me with her. She couldn't leave me home. And she was picking up old newspapers and threw them into the passenger seat. And I started getting bitten by like hundreds of red ants. And I guess they made a home in the newspaper that she threw in the car. I
oh
remember.
man.
They were just crawling up my legs, biting life out of me.
So
I
did
was
she have to like
screaming.
pull over and,
Yeah, she pulled over. I was like screaming. I ran out of the car.
oh my gosh.
I do remember that.
Was that in New York or was that in Florida?
Yeah, New York.
Okay. Because I remember seeing red ants in Florida. I didn't know they had them in New York too.
Yeah, fuck red ants. They're
Yeah.
so bad. They're
They're
so mean.
brutal. Yeah, they are. They don't like people. Um, man, that's awesome. So going forward, I heard you only have one more fight on your contract. Is that true? Is that right?
No, I have no fights. Zero. My contract's done.
So what's next?
Um, so Mitch Ramirez was my last fight on my contract in
Yeah.
July. And it did put me in a weird spot because I didn't get hurt in that fight, and I wanted to fight a third time for 2025. But because that was the last fight on my contract, um, there had to be like a renegotiation for a new contract. But before renegotiations started, they started, but as they were being talked, I didn't feel appreciated by my management team. I mean, I do. They're friends. They're great, but I needed way more than they were doing, and I took took it upon myself to look into other management teams that reached out to me. Every single manager that you could think of has reached out to me, which is good because they see I have potential. But there was one that stood out because of social media. I make a lot of money with social media. It's not the main bread, but it can get up there. It is pretty close to how much I make from fighting. Gary V is someone I look up to with social media, and he works with Vayner Sports, Gary V and Vayner. Um, so I signed with Vayner, and then they had to take over the negotiation for a new contract, but because it was already being talked about with the other management, I had to figure out how to cancel that management, give them like legal splitting and all that stuff, all the paperwork, then all the
Mhm.
paperwork to sign with these ones. And then after I sign all the paperwork, I finally get on board. I go through all the meetings, the calls. Then now they have me as a official athlete. They start talking to the matchmakers about my new contract. I don't know what kept me in limbo, but nothing happened for like 3 months. Like not a word,
Wow.
nothing happened for like 3 months. I started getting antsy. I started pressuring them. Like, I just want to hear what's going on. Uh, am I getting a new contract? Because the UFC really, really looks down upon me because of my fight in Saudi Arabia, the one with Zion. Strictly because of one 5 second, not even 5 second, 3 second clash that happened in the fight in the beginning. I went through a lot in Saudi Arabia. I was 100% set up and treated as if I were going to lose that fight.
Mm.
And I have my reason, well, not my reasons, but my thoughts about it. But yeah. In that fight, I ended up pulling guard, and they hated that. They hated it so much that they didn't even want me to fight for them anymore. Like they were talking, but it was crazy. And then I see other fighters over here literally pulling guard and being praised, and it's crazy. They just want strikers. They want to see people get knocked out, and if you're not willing to knock someone out, then you can't stay in the UFC. That's why they're getting rid of so many people. But no contract. Now we have gotten in January. I was told that they do want to re-sign me. They want to see my boxing. They specifically said we want to see Mike box. So his next fight, we need to see him boxing. We want to see that old Mike Davis that came into the UFC. And then we will, after that fight, we will give you what you're asking for, that big bump in pay, which I'm asking for 120 and 120. So it'd be 240,000. That's not the amount that they're going to give me. I know that for a fact. They'll probably end at around like 85, maybe even 100 and 100, which I would absolutely love. So that's it. Now it's just up to me to be ready to fight. And right after that announcement, I fractured my rib, so I'm kind of healing. I'm pretty good now. I'm like 2 weeks away from being able to train fully.
Okay. Well, that's just weird for me to hear because, man, your fight against Mason Jones.
That's what I mean. That's the fight they want to see. If I don't go out there and fight like that, then they don't want me as a fighter, apparently. But I'm good. I fight to win. I mean, yeah, I can strike. Yeah, I can box. I can fight. But if you can't wrestle, I'm going to wrestle you. Like, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and try to punch with someone who's worldly known for knocking people out. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Even if I am a better striker, I don't care if I'm a better striker. I'm trying to fight more often, so I'm going to go the route less taken, you know? I'm not going to sit there like dumb people. And everyone who fights Alex Pieta tries to strike with him. The man is known for knocking people out. Yep. If I were to fight him, the second we touch gloves, I'm hugging your legs until you're on the floor.
Well, that's strange to hear because you hear the commentators say all the time, like, oh, this is going to be a good fight. There's a striker against a wrestler, or the striker against striker, or, you know, wrestler against wrestler. But they have been lately doing more like, come on, let's work. And I'm like, dude, they're working. What do you mean? They're literally working right now.
I promise they've gotten rid of people on win streaks because their fighting style is boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I did hear a story about Covington. Like I think Rogan said that like his fighting style was getting boring, so he made this like that persona that he has now.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's right.
Well, that's one thing I was going to ask you is like how do you show your personality? Because it's like you got a 10-second post-fight interview, if that, and 5 seconds is business. The other 5 is
nobody. I don't think anybody cares about what you say on the mic.
Yeah,
here and there a little bit. I feel like that moment is for you to, just embrace what you just did, what you just overcame.
Yeah.
Thank whoever you want to thank and move on. But people see your personality through social media. You are your own brand as an athlete. I am Mike Davis, and nobody would know who I am unless they see me on social media. So you got to post. You got to be active.
Yeah, maybe that's the new era. I don't know, because
there are UFC people that are in like the top 5 that have 20,000 followers.
Yeah,
nobody knows who they are or care.
Yeah, but I do feel like some people get that from the fights, just from UFC, just from whatever you see the fight night. Yeah,
for sure. Like you win fight in a fancy fashion, and people just tend to see that. They're gonna follow you. Yeah. Or if you're a hot girl, you're gonna follow you.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm 42. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm like, because I see somebody, if I see a good fight and then I see a cool personality. I mean, like you can tell people's personality when they're walking out for the fight.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
something that I can feel, and that's something I was going to say of like when we were talking about hitting somebody on the ground. I don't think only one time I saw somebody knee somebody on the ground, and I felt like, oh shit, that was a big mistake. That was like in the heat of the moment. Every other one,
It's
I
like
was like,
Jan.
dude, that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Jan.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah,
He's pretty accurate, and I've trained with him in Thailand, so I know like how he mentally is, and he's super nice. So that was definitely heat of the moment.
yeah, you can definitely tell. So you get all these vibes from people's energy on screen. Um, so what's next for you? Not what's next for you? Like you just told me, but having this giant career path, I guess, from wrestling to jujitsu to fighting to boxing. What are your goals? What do you see yourself? Like what's one of your main goals in life?
Um, well, I have like 7 MMA belts. They're all on my wall. I would love to add the UFC belt, even if it's interim. As long as I have a belt from the UFC, I want to put it on my wall.
Yeah,
So that's definitely one of my goals, and I know that I have time to do so, and I'm good enough to do it. So definitely gonna chase that.
yeah.
Once I have that, money and fame, all that stuff comes with it. I do want to open a gym that helps kids with bullying. Just a place for them to learn self-defense and jujitsu and have a good place to hang out. And I want to do it in Thailand. So I want to
Mm.
go move to Thailand, stay in Thailand, open a gym. Uh, and then all the money I've made through my career would last me the rest of my life in Thailand. So
That's where you want to reside.
I think so. I think I
Why?
need I think I need around 900 grand and I can live comfortably until I die in Thailand. Over
Mm.
here, that 900 grand is more like 4.7, five and a
Yeah,
half. It's a big
yeah.
difference. What I pay for here, I pay 2,500 for this place. Um, in Thailand, I this place would cost me maybe a grand, maybe 1,200 bucks. 1,200. Yeah.
Why Thailand?
Um, it's a striking capital, pretty much. I like Muay Thai. Want to start learning traditional Muay Thai.
Mm.
Uh, they also have good jiu-jitsu, good wrestling. There's some good gyms out there. I do not like how America is becoming. I don't like the laws that are in place, how they treat people, and what Trump is doing, just bombing everybody. And I just don't like everything here. And I don't want to be a part of it. So
Hmm.
I want to go somewhere that's kind of chill. Thailand's pretty
Gotcha.
chill. Depends on where
Gotcha.
you are, but it's just mainly for the amount that I can get away with over there, the money
Yeah,
wise,
yeah. I heard the food's great too.
and good food. And it's more fresh food.
Mm.
All right. Overseas, everywhere overseas, they ban a lot of the stuff that Americans eat and use.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
there's like no candy in Thailand. So
Yeah. What are you
I
gonna
sur-
do?
I survived out there by eating Mentos.
You're gonna have it shipped over.
There's no like energy drinks. There's no candy.
Wow.
There's nothing. So yeah, I would have to switch up a lot. And
Well, I feel like you definitely adapt to wherever you go to. You know, wherever you live, you adapt to their ways.
for sure.
Yeah.
But that way is great. I mean, I would need no car, get a moped.
Mm.
It costs $2.70 to fill a moped. I don't know how much it is now, but when I was there, it was
Wow.
$2.70. Fill my moped and I'd be able to go, I think I'd be able to go like 50, 60 miles with that $2.70.
Mm. That's really cool. Yeah, I definitely want to go over there. I want to take my daughter. She trains Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu. I just want to find a gym and go there and train. It sounds
For
awesome.
sure.
I've had a couple of friends go there and
You
they have
definitely should.
nothing but good things to say.
Every
Yeah.
single person I know that has visited Thailand wants to stay there. They never want to come back.
Wow.
Every single person.
I'm gonna go book a trip after this. I would keep saying I'm gonna go. So that'd be cool. That'd be cool to go. All right. So last thing, man. What is shout outs? You got any clothing lines or
Super X clothing line. It's
Super
Super X.
X?
Yes. Super X is um patent, I guess. Not patent. I don't know if I'm saying the right word. They are Marvel approved to make tracksuits after Marvel characters. So I have like a full Deadpool, Captain America,
That's cool.
Batman, Hulk, Wolverine. It's DC now, so it's DC and Marvel.
Wow.
I think they're getting into anime as well. Yeah, I really like their stuff. They have like Ghost Spider, the Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that outfit. And they also have Harley Quinn and oh, what's that girl's name from the Avengers?
Which
Yeah, I
one?
forget her name. I forget
Which
her name. There's
one?
two. There's Black Widow. There it is.
I was gonna say either Black Widow or yeah, I can't remember who
That's Black
played B.
Widow. And then for my PC, because without my PC I can't do anything. Alexander Custom PCs. They made my PC. Veteran owned. They train jiu-jitsu. Great guy, super energetic. I love their team. Alexander Custom PCs is my current build, my only build. Got rid of all my other PCs just to make room for this one. So
Is he in Florida?
no,
Oh,
I don't know where he is. Honestly.
so you got it shipped.
Yeah, this was shipped to me.
Oh wow. Okay. I guess I'm thinking
Those are
like
like
old
my
school.
two main brands. We can go Gentle Artist. They send me clothes all the time. It's jiu-jitsu outfits, no-gi outfits, but their stuff's really good.
Okay.
That's it. I don't really work with anybody else that close. No one
Awesome.
pays me enough.
Yeah. Well, dude, I need a Mike Davis fight soon. So,
Yeah, me too.
and I think there's a lot of people that need that.
There's
I've
good
I
fights for me.
yeah.
Fights that I need, fights that I would like. So, I mean, I wouldn't really like any of the fights. I just do what I got to do. So, whoever needs to lose will lose. I'll get my opportunities ASAP. I want to fight before the summer, and then I want to fight in the summer, and then I want to fight in the winter. I'm still going to get my 3 fights this year. I don't care if I have to start in July. I'm going to fight 3 times.
I'd love to hear that. Is there anybody that you're just like you can't stand it? You want to fight them so bad?
No,
Just
no.
whoever.
If there was anybody I didn't like, I would probably be Patty. I don't like Patty's attitude. He seems like a good guy and he seems super nice. He probably is, but the persona, I think it's the persona.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I don't like people with fake personas. I don't like Conor McGregor. I would fight Conor
Mm.
McGregor too.
Well, I didn't even mean like don't like. I mean just like you just want to fight this person so bad, like, and I don't
Oh,
even
no,
mean
no,
bad
no.
blood. It's just like, oh man, I just want to fight that guy, either on style, on whatever.
No.
You think it would be a great fight? Nobody,
No.
just whoever they put. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't know how it is. I don't know if like fighters sit around and they're like, oh man, they have one name and they just like, it just keeps them up at night that they want to fight that person really bad.
Oh, probably some people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, this is I'm not like an enemy of people. I
Well,
don't
I didn't
hate
even mean
anybody.
bad blood. I didn't even mean
Yeah,
that.
there's nobody out there that I was just like, dang, I just need to beat the crap out of this guy.
like you would just think it would be such a good fighter, like a cool style, or oh, I want to put myself against that person. Like almost like if you
Oh.
would think like, oh, Godzilla and King Kong, I want to see that
Yeah,
fight.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Really depend. Because I don't fight for flashiness. I fight to win. So it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you
It's
don't
not
have
like
to have an
something
answer. I was just
you could.
curious.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like people would say, you want to see Mike Davis fight Conor McGregor because it would be this striking clash, but I'm gonna take you down. I'm not gonna fucking get hit by you. What the fuck? It's not gonna be the fight you think it will be. I mean, I will do what I need to do to win.
But it's not like it's not like you have a boring ground game. You have a
No,
very
yeah, no, it's
aggressive
entertaining.
ground game. Like
Constantly attacking.
as soon as you took
I'm
Mason
seeking the
Jones
finish.
down, you hit him. You hit him in the face, and it was just like it was a surprising like that most people don't hit from that position. They get like a better position and then they start throwing punches. So I have no idea what you're talking about like ground game and it not being exciting because
I'm causing damage.
yeah. Every time I've seen you
As
fight,
much
it's
as
like
possible.
yeah, you got a great style, man.
I
I
appreciate it.
love yeah, like I said, like I need to see a Mike Davis fight again soon.
ASAP.
So yeah, ASAP, please. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on here and thank you for opening up. Thank you for being so open to the questions and I had a good time.
Yeah, this was good. Really good.
Yeah. The Heart of the Bad Wolf is created and hosted by Nicholas James Muscarella. Produced by Nicholas James Muscarella and Robert Altschuler. Edited, recorded, and mixed by Robert Altschuler at Command Creative Studios. Music by Alex Grohl. Special thanks to every fighter who shared their story and their wolf. Don't forget to hit the like, follow, and subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform to get notified when new episodes drop. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Heart of the Bad Wolf.